Hey everybody, this is day 3. So, I had an idea this morning. I was gonna show you guys my daily routine, which starts at 5 o'clock. And I'm like, ooh, I don't feel like getting the camera out that early. Maybe I'll do it on my day off. How you guys doing? So today I'm gonna try to keep this to 5 minutes. Um, this vlog's probably will be more interesting to people that have actually met me or people that have watched the channel for a long time. So June 2011, Bert, Janine, and I went to Detroit, Michigan, and we did that because I wanted to explore abandoned buildings, and Bert was like into ghosts back then. He didn't think we was gonna be able to get into the buildings, and Janine says, "I'll go, but take me to the Ford plant. That's what I want to do." So I didn't even have a camera with me. I didn't know how to work YouTube, and so yeah, Bert filmed all that on his phone. We got back, and I started noticing people commenting on the channel when I started putting the videos up. And for me, YouTube is about, or anything I do, tennis, frisbee. Yeah, I like to connect with people, and I like to learn from people. They tell me their experiences, and vice versa. So in the first year, our channel hit 1,000 views, which it did take a full year. And then we went to Ohio, and we did a long 4-day trip and saw a lot of interesting things, because I can be a perfectionist at certain things. And on those trips, I had everything, from the location to the hotels we're going to stay at, and I come up with these things to keep us safe, because I feel like it was my responsibility. And one thing a lot of people that explore me can tell you, I always tell them, hey, I got you back. Let me do the talking, whether it's a homeless person or a policeman. If we get in trouble, I'll pay to represent you. I'll pay legal fees and stuff, because I just feel like I started this thing, But anyway, so the second year, 2012, we went from 1,000 subscribers to 36,000 subscribers. It was crazy. And Bert wanted me to put commercials up, and I didn't want to do that. I'm like, man, if we get caught in an abandoned building, I want to be able to say, hey, Judge, I've never made any money off this. This was just me acting like a kid. Please, please, please don't find me. Throw me in jail. And remember, I'm a teacher. So if I get something on my record, that's not looking good for me, right? I could lose my job. So it got crazy. But guess what? From 1,000 to 36,000 subscribers, more people were connecting with me, and I really felt a bond with some of these people, and I started meeting people. I think I've met 12 to 15 people since 2012, and these people taught me a lot, and so anyway, started so by the end of 2012, in the summer, I decided I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the most abandoned thing you can do. I'm gonna go to Pripyat. Pripyat is in the Ukraine, former Soviet Union. And what I did is, I said, you know what? I looked into it. There's a lot of tours. I was like, man, maybe I was having a midlife crisis, but I decided that I was just going to pay the tour, right? And go there and maybe try to get off to myself some, right? And when we got there, make a long story short, a school had collapsed. One of the buildings inside, they shut the tours down. I'd already paid like $1,500 to get to the Kiev, Ukraine. And so I'm like, man, I'm doing this. And I had already researched, being a perfectionist in the hobby that I love so much, that I'd already did research in actually, could I walk to Pripyat from Kiev? And it was like, not really. That's like I don't know, probably, I wanted to say 50 miles, just further than that. But there was a bus that would take you so far, and then you got like 25 miles left, 30 miles. And so anyway, when they said they shut down the tour, I went in. That was like that was the adventure of a lifetime, because I couldn't speak the language, and I couldn't read the road signs, and there I was using my knowledge of the map that I had perfected, memorized. And so I made my way into Pripyat. I went there, I made the videos. Look, I was having such a good time in Pripyat that I didn't even really remember to turn the camera on as much as I would like, because I was holding a Geiger counter. I was still ignorant about radiation. I was just kind of doing stuff and not thinking about the safety, my personal safety. Make a long story short, I got back home. I said, man, this is gonna do it. I'm gonna put this on YouTube, and this is going to make me the king of urban exploration. Because at the time in 2011, only Adam the Woo and the unknown cameraman was really making videos about urban exploration. There wasn't an explosion like there is today. So I just knew when I got back from Pripyat, didn't matter about the editing and all that, or me giving the history. I just put Pripyat up, that I was there alone, and I was going, see, that's that ego thing. Boom. Well, guess what happened? Pripyat series didn't do so well. Okay, so what happened to me was, within the next 6 months, waiting on those views to get there, I kept exploring. I just kept doing as much as I could, always looking for the biggest, baddest factories, hospitals, longest abandonments, hotels, anything, just as much as I could get. Well, guess what? The views wasn't there. The ego hit. The ego said, wait a minute, I am paying all this money for flights and hotels and rental cars, and I'm doing all this research to find these places, and what do I show for it? See, my ego, I got lost in the ego, because I should have said, I'm making friends, I'm happy with what I'm doing, who cares about the views? Well, I don't know. Now I don't care so much about the views. Bert was coming with me when he could, and then all of a sudden Bert said, hey, I graduated from college, I'm moving to Atlanta, I'm not gonna have as much time. So, and he started thinking about, hey, I'm about to start a career, I don't want to get charged for trespassing, can we think of something else to do with videos? And so yes, we started doing the Walking Dead locations, because he lived near them. That didn't pan out either. So I thought, you know what, I'm still in my ego, I'm still in my pride. And so basically now I've got 7 minutes right now, so just let me tell you quickly what I've learned from urban exploration. After Pripyat, I learned that since I'm not going to try to blow up my YouTube channel, and remember, blowing it up, it was never about money, because I wouldn't let Bert put commercials on for the first 2.5, 3 years. It was just about, I mean, you know, feeling like you're doing something, like you are the showcase. You're providing entertainment for people. You're going in all these places, and some of them historical, some of them exciting. And but anyway, so I decided, hey, I'm not going to take a chance to get caught trespassing anymore, because I'm not making the views. Why take a chance on losing my teaching job if I'm really only getting about 2,000 views per video? So what I started doing, and that's I want to share with you. So if you're going to explore, so now what I do is, if I explore something, I don't put it on YouTube for a year. And people may say, man, that's crazy as hell. I don't have that much discipline. Well, I mean, if you don't want to get caught, here's the thing. You put it up a year later, that building's probably changed. Because I've been to abandoned buildings a year later, and so much have changed. Some of them burn down, some of them get demolished. Listen, Bert can tell you, he's kind of upset at me now. I quit putting videos up. I probably got 100 locations that I have on an external hard drive. I just quit putting them up, because it takes a long time to edit stuff. You know, we want to edit some of the stuff we talk about out, because that's personal. So it takes a long time to edit videos. I got like 100 places. In all, I've probably been to like 1,700 abandoned places all over the United States, some in Europe. Bert and I have, but anyway, so you don't want to put your videos up. Wait a year. I sometimes wait 2 years. I got stuff from 3 years ago. Another thing you want to do is you want to go at 30 minutes before sunup. You want to scout the place out the day before if you can, and then you want to go 30 minutes before sunup, because if you're going to run into any people that want to do you harm, or people that's up to no good, people that don't care, they're gonna go to bed about 2, 3 in the morning. So when you, and I don't mean running into people in the buildings. I mean, like, sometimes you have to be downtown and you have to walk, and you want people to not be awake, you know. So our thing is we explore 30 minutes before sunup, and we'll explore till about 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and then we'll go eat, and we'll early lunch, and then we'll have locations that are we transition from urban to rural areas, because you know, you can explore later in the evening, and you don't, it's less chance of running into people, you know. But and then also too, you know, it's better if you're older. A lot of times the owner of a place or the police have stopped me, and I've had pretty good luck. I tell them the truth. I say, listen, I love abandoned places. I'm a history teacher. I teach economics and government, and so all this is fascinating, how this stuff just, people just left it. And you know, I was taking pictures. We always find a way in. That's the thing. We never break in. There's always a homeless person or some person before me that has broken in, and we just go in. Now, I can't prove to the police I didn't break a window. I mean, I don't know how they could determine that. Anyway, I'm at 11 and a half minutes, and I have bored you long enough. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the flip side.